Oh, hello! Welcome to the next ReeVlog. You may remember this general setup. I'm back. No breaks, obviously. Though I will say that there will probably be a break on the recording front between the, I think, 27th and 29th of December, as I will be in company for the entirety of that time, and I'm probably not going to vlog for it. However, it won't be long now before I have to turn off all my vlogs altogether. Very sad indeed. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do content-wise during that period. It won't be on this channel, almost certainly, for I would not be comfortable having students watch this stuff while I'm a new teacher, because it could jeopardize my position and any potential respect for me that they may have. However, I do intend to continue making content somewhere, just more anonymously than this currently is. And obviously this content will be privatized. But today I have done numerous things. It's currently about 6:30 at time of recording, and I got up this morning. I did some pull-ups, did some with the weighted vest on, did a couple chin-ups sort of deal, or chin-ups and pull-ups. I don't even know which one's which, nor do I care. It's not the knowledge, it's the doing that matters in this particular instance. I am going to be doing some kung fu practice once I've finished recording this and set it to upload whilst the phone charges, and I'm going to go for a walk, and then I'm going to go to bed. However, I went to my mother's and helped her take out the old oven and get the new oven out and ready to be installed, because that's her Christmas present from my grandparents. I also have done some revision. I've made 3 little cards, one on Gnosticism, one on animism, and one on Manjamaka Buddhism. And the idea is I'm going to have about 55%, 35%, and 10%. And together that makes 100%, and I have to pick 3 topics for my 15-minute conversation. I'm going to predominantly focus probably on Gnosticism, hence 55%, and talk about the either Yag or Nag Hammadi codices and the Gospel of Judas, and how certain Gospels and books found talk about the God of the Old Testament as an evil deity, and then how the Valentinian school sees them as the creator, the artisan, the craftsman. So a lesser god to Jesus, the God of the New Testament, and Christian Gnosticism, rather than Gnosticism as a whole, but I will counterpoint it with Zoroastrianism, which is, if I remember correctly, a Gnostic school of thought, which is kind of polytheistic. It's dualistic, and kind of polytheistic in the fact that there are 2 entities, two spirits, the good one and the bad one, order and chaos, and they're having at it constantly, and I will use that hopefully to lead into animism, focus on paganism, where I'm mostly going to focus on the Ojibwe tribe and someone called Hallowell's writings on that. I need to look up more of those in the coming weeks, and from there I will move forward again into some of the stuff that Sophie, who is the lecturer for animism, talk about in our exam lecture, because she did a mock part of the grade of the lecture of the exam, and she was talking about paganism, which I find jolly interesting, specifically the polytheistic and natural elements of it, because the Ojibwe stuff is non-human peoples. They attribute animated characteristics, so animism, to inanimate objects like rocks and trees, And I personally relate to that, as I have personalized a tree in my lifetime, and I still feel a connection with it, even though it's dying now. And I go and visit it when I can, and I talk to it, and I feel at ease. And sometimes I think I get some sort of sense as a response. So I can relate to paganism quite heavily. Then I have so I'll go from that part onto polytheism. I've got two thinkers that connect Gnosticism and animism as they are in a book I've got on Gnosticism. It's literally just called Gnosticism. Can't remember who it's by, but they are one's Plotinus and Plotinus, and the other one is something like Phoresis or something like that. So I need to look up that stuff to connect them together. And the Manjamaka Buddhism is a mixture of realist, anti-realist thought. I don't know a great deal about it, and so that's why it's only going to be about 10%. I've got to put something together in order to talk about it if I have to, but I want to have very little that I have to talk about with it, because I'm going to try and avoid it entirely, and not talk about it at all. Mostly because it's got a lot of Sanskrit terms and older names and such that are hard to remember, and the whole idea of it it's kind of weird. There's the idea that everything is empty of ultimate existence, but ultimate truth is real and separate from ultimate existence, because ultimate existence is something that came beforehand with the Abhidharmics, and the Dharma was the ultimate existence. However, ultimate existence can't work because even ultimate existence are codependent on creation, and so you can have an infinite regress, and in Buddhist philosophy infinite regress is bad. And then the ultimate truth was created to replace them. The ultimate truth, not being material, doesn't require infinite regress, but it's still linked to our mind, so the ultimate truth can't exist in anything. However, it does exist separate from us and our understanding of it, or something like that. I'll need a lot of clarification, really. But yeah, the plan is to go with Gnosticism. I've got on Audible, there's a series of lectures that I'm listening to about Gnosticism and the Christian Gnostic myth. And so I'm going to focus predominantly on that. I'm going to listen to it all again, make notes this time rather than anything else. I haven't finished it the first listen through yet. I listened to it in the car predominantly, so I will be doing that until it's finished, which shouldn't be too long. I'm most of the way through. I think there are 7 lectures, and I'm on the 5th one, and each one's about an hour, maybe 2. And I will listen to that, and then I will listen to it again, which will be another 7 to 14 hours of my life. But I can spend a day doing 7 hours. If it's 14, I can spend 2, and make notes and all that good stuff. And I will use those notes and memorize parts of it, and condense parts of it, and use parts of it for research. Because I only get 100 words of notes that I can take into the exam. And I would like to have them done by the end of next week, which means I'm going to have a very busy week, especially considering I'm seeing a friend tomorrow morning. Then I have a seminar in the afternoon for 3 hours, and then I have judo for 2 hours, and I come back and go to bed. Then I get up the next morning and I go into uni for 12. So I don't have to be there until 12, which is good. That's very nice, very good, yes. I might need to be there for 11, I don't remember. But I have an alarm set for an hour before I need to leave. Just in case I forget anything, I make sure I've got everything in that hour, and then go in case there's like traffic or I can't find anywhere to park or whatever. Though I should be biking Tuesday theoretically, I probably won't, because course. It's the start of the animism lectures. On Tuesday, I have the piece of coursework due in tomorrow. I've got to send that off still. Then, as that's the start of those lectures, I want to attend at least the very first seminar of the bunch. Otherwise, I'm going to be late for one probably. And also, it's my number 2 piece for the exam, so it's quite important. But I have a 3 or so hour gap in between the lecture and the seminar. I don't really fancy going to the library, and I'll get bloody freezing if I just go out and about. So I will go to that, and also I need to get back here before 6 because my friend's coming over and we're going to watch Narnia and eat junk food, and that'll be nice. Then Wednesday, I haven't actually got anything during the day, so I can do some work there. But I've got Kung Fu in the evening, and so I need to make sure that I'm nice and flexible so I can't work too late into the afternoon or anything. Thursday, I should have a lecture around midday, but I may not go to it. I may spend the entire day working on my exam prep. And then Friday, same deal. I don't have anything Friday. Whole day working on the exam prep, potential D&D in the evening. Saturday, exam prep, potential D&D in the evening. Sunday, Sword and Shield. That's it. So I can have Wednesday midday, Thursday morning and afternoon, or just in general, Friday morning and early to mid-afternoon, Saturday morning and early to mid-afternoon, potentially evening as well, same goes for Friday. And then that's it. That's pretty much all I've got this upcoming week, and I want to have all of my notes to take into the exam done, because I plan on doing like cue cards, using little revision cards and taking them in. And but the thing is, they say on the guide that you're allowed one side of A4 max, the maximum of 100 words. And I emailed them saying, can I take in cue cards? And they said, yeah, sure, that should be fine. It just depends on whether you've got the word count. So I will take pictures and send them to them and count up all the words and say, I have 98 words. Is this okay? Even though I have 12 pieces of paper. And hopefully they'll say yes. And I'll color code them and have outlines in highlighter in like green for Gnosticism, pink for paganism, and then blank for Buddhism. So that would be white. So yeah, that something like that. And that would be good. Oh yeah, no, I can't. I don't have all day Friday because I have teaching observations this Friday again, and I'm also intending to take in my A-level stuff and whatnot, just in case it'll be useful for any of the students there for their A-levels. I need to find it up, but I know roughly where it is, so it shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, that is pretty much the plan. But yeah, I'm going to go do a bit of Kung Fu practice now. I might not finish all of the things by next week, but in here it should say what week each week is. So this upcoming week is week 10, meaning by the end of week 10, start week 11. At the start of week 11 is when you should have picked your one big one. I've picked my one big one already, Gnosticism, unless animism takes over, but presumably Gnosticism, and have done reading around it. But I want to have all of my cue cards done at the very, very latest on Saturday the 7th of December. Saturday the 7th of December, because my exam is on Friday the 13th. Oh great, Friday the 13th. Lol. There we go. And I want to have as long as possible to amend any notes I may have made, and talk through stuff with lecturers and whatnot. And then the following Tuesday, I have a 3,500 word piece of coursework due in, the exact nature of which I will find out a week tomorrow. Wish me luck. And I will go now and do Kung Fu, because I've been talking for a while, and I really need to practice. And the phone is charging, but, you know, with the screen on and all that, it charges slower, and yes, I'll catch you cats on the flip-flop. Goodbye.